Okay, checking out a Solitude Slayer from a Scrim with the team. Going solo today, VOD reviewing, don't have the rest of the team with me, but looking at a Slayer that ended up 50 to 50 in a Scrim. So we had only lost one game this Scrim, we tied this game, and then obviously won the rest of them. Just trying to see what went wrong teamwork wise that led to the tie and what went right. So let's see. Got OP and Jar heading out through Cafe. Me and the Creeper going this way. And like this line looks really good. Like we have a good perimeter. I'm checking driveway. Nick is checking LR, checking Soda. Jar's got the high window. And OP, I would say this is a little too isolated. I would prefer OP to be here, honestly, fighting, or even like if we want to like really stack this lane and make sure that we get shock rifle, like I would prefer him to be here. I think our perimeter would look a little bit better this way. I think the main reason is just simply going in here, you're guaranteeing a solo fight, and you also, it's not even just a guaranteed solo fight. Like, what's the play if instead of just one guy coming here, there's another guy hopping up, off this box and coming here? Like, you're just dead for free, and then they get an easy collapse. Thankfully, they all went this way, but I would say this is like too isolated, and like you might win this fight, but I would rather you hold the door, like hold the angle. Let me see if I can find it good. Like, if you want to watch Jar's back because he's up in this window, you could just set here. Because this guy is doing nothing in here right now. Like, maybe he jumps ledge, which is whatever. But as long as he doesn't get through this door for free, we are safe. So you could set here while Jar's setting at this top window, and then Jar's got to be listening to your callouts. And if you say, hey, there's guys pushing, then Jar just comes down, you guys shoot him together, free, and then you're free to go to the bridge. But because you took the isolated fight, now we've got a numbers disadvantage, and we have to kind of make this work with that. So, checking from Jar's perspective now, let's see what happens with him. Yeah, grab the stickies, good route. Again, this looks fine. We got 3 people that are kind of doing the same thing. I'd say this is like super good timing from Nick. It could be really risky if they had a guy going this way, if they had a guy setting glass, and obviously there's going to be 2 people on him. It's good help from Jar because they can't really push straight ahead. But yeah, he dies for free, burns camo. I would still argue, let's get map control first before just going straight to camo. But it's okay, like, to burn camo. I would have set top dip a little bit longer if I was Nick. And then as Jar, again, I think setting the window was really good. And then dropping because you see your teammate making the push. Like, if you watch this from his perspective, as soon as Nick goes, Jar's like, okay, I got to go help him. And again, OP's just isolated fight. So, like, the harmony part of space-time and harmony is not working well with OP in this case, which is fine. He's just getting back into Halo, so he'll learn not to take these isolated battles. Space is fine. Obviously, he's pushing up a part of the map. But, like, this is the perimeter that we want, because this is the space that's free, whereas the space that he's taking over there is space that could be occupied by enemies, and we don't have eyes to know how many enemies. So this is good for me to take the off angle. Yep, get shock. Get the call out that there's a guy weak. Kill him, so that looks good. And now I'm just trying to do my best to live. Do a double back, get an assist. All good. Alright. So I assume OP cleaned up my fight. Yeah, so good life out of me and Jar. Kind of an average life by Nick, and then a kind of below average life by OP on the first death. This is good though, because he knows that they're bottom mid. He's coming out to help me immediately, gets a kill. And yeah, I mean, I would almost argue as soon as you get that first kill to just kind of wrap back around, but it's not bad. Like, you already got your kill, you did your job on that life, and you were trying to help me get out of a situation. Good job by Nick here to live through this. Jar's taking free space in the middle of the map. Just good. I'm coming out LR, not jumping up ledge to fight crosses or anything, trying to look over jar. And yeah, like these, like this guy's just getting destroyed by 2 different angles, which is great. Like we're giving them a no-win situation. And 2 people died with me and Jar fighting together, so that's good. And then Nick got a kill. Now OP and Nick should just be hitting this lane together probably. Like, see if OP's just here a little bit quicker, maybe Nick's got to calm it, maybe OP's got to say, hey, I got your back. Like, just need to, like, as soon as Jar spawns that way, we don't need to look that way. Because now Nick's taking a little bit too much damage. It's good bait and switch, but if OP was there right on time with him, then he doesn't even take this much damage. Good job of Nick to keep the pressure on. Jar's playing the off angle. Kind of dies in a solo fight. We can watch that back just a little bit, see what happens with Jar. Alright, so this is good. I think we just both get nuked here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, God nade, but again, fighting together, and they all died, so that part's good. So Jar gets a really weird spawn. I'd say this spawn tells you, like, we have this whole side of the map for free, so you can get up to the top cafe window and watch the cross. You can get bottom dip and watch the cross. This is fine, too. It's just once you start walking this way, you've got to know that all of our team is there, so all the dangers ahead of you, and if you get too far out in the open, you're going to get pushed on an off angle. So, like, you're shooting crosses for us, but now you have no protection up there, whereas if you were up top cafe window, you could still shoot those guys, and then you don't have as much to worry about 1v1 here. So, like, whenever you're the off angle guy, you have to play really passive, and like you shoot crosses, you flank, but you have to do it from weird ways. You have to always be conscious of what's in your own path. Alright, so this looks good, having 2 guys just hammering the same fight. Good job going out to clean up the one shot. Now I'm still with you, which is looking good. Like, this looks great. I'd say you see me go up, you go up, you're taking a different angle to him. Oh yeah. Looks great. Unfortunate that guy lived. I'm not sure if I could have done anything better there. And like everything's really scrappy here. Yeah, we're getting a ton of damage. Yeah, I remember telling OP to come with me. And that's good. And yeah, bad habit of reloading too early. So how did Nick end up bottom mid here? Because I would say just set this tower all game long. If you're the tower guy, you should just be the tower guy. I don't know if he gets to call out somebody's low. Yeah, you don't have to drop down here, but it's okay. Like, we're triple stacking a lane. You get that guy really weak. It's just really unfortunate that I reloaded there, and now you're kind of just stuck solo. Good win, but again, you probably could still stay tower. Good win by Jar, too. Yeah. Not sure what you're going this way for. Like, you guys, all of us should just be pushing up driveway super fast, but it's okay. I'm blocking blue to force the spawns over here, which is exactly what we want. I do want to watch this from my perspective, because I feel like there was a situation here where we could have had a collapse, if I remember correctly. Because I think I called this in comms. I wish I would have recorded the comms from last night, but let's see. Alright, so again, we know there's a guy loop. Waiting on OP. You could argue I take too much damage in that fight too. Like, if I just poke and shoot him twice, let OP finish it up, then I'm full shields to fight that guy. And again, just no reason to reload. Good win by Jar. Good win by Nick. Okay. So I come, we shoot the guy's driveway, we get a kill. They're 2 down. I'm thinking, alright, let's force spawners that way. Just loads of damage. Like, all 3 of them are here. I think we're spending like too much time looking like in weird directions, which again maybe is just missed comms, but like we've got to be like, hey, I'm spawning them blue, you know, I'm blue, I'm spawning them lift, and then you guys are just running at them and like you're a hammer. Because like Nick's taking a really weird angle. Like, these guys are all like, look at this guy, one shot right here, one shot. Like they're 3 one-shots, and we're taking like a slow path that we're also getting shot in the back from. And OP's also taking a really slow path. Like if we have this pinch, we just have to go. Like I blocked the spawns at blue, and I'm in the fight first. Even though if we look at the timing of when I blocked the spawns, like right now I blocked the spawns. Let's go back. So good, get a kill, got 2 kills. Got 3 kills. We know that one guy's alive. We know that Jar is going to go fight him solo, but like right now we are blocking glass. We're blocking yard and we're blocking blue. So we know they're spawning this way. We already have a mark. I'm shooting in the back. Like it's just too much hesitation. Like you need to be up and in this fight, not going this way. Like just literally go straight at them. They're all weak. I'm already shooting them, got their attention. OP needs to not jump that way, but jump towards this way, and you guys just go straight to benches. And Jar dies, so that makes it a little bit awkward. I'd like to see how Jar died. But if we just collapse quickly here, we kill all of them for free. Like they're all one shot right now. If you guys just walked around the corner, we clean up those 3 guys, and we're all 3 still alive. Instead, Nick's now one shot. He can't get in the fight. OP misses a jump. He's bottom mid, and we're taking like a weird angle. And then obviously I think I just died because he's the only guy in the fight. Nick does get a kill, but yeah, we got 1 kill and lost 2 people there. So that should have been a clear 3 dead again. Just too slow on the collapse. All right, Jar gets a kill. Starts getting nuked by grenades, but does a really good job to win that fight. And yeah, like at this point, set glass, which is good. But then you've got to know, like, all of my teammates are in front of me. There's still a chance that this last guy alive is in yard, and just go forward. And, like, you got the damage. You see Nick in front of you. Like, and as soon as you get shot in the back, you just got to drop LR. And maybe you don't know how weak that guy is, but I would say just drop LR is the only thing I would change here. So in the meantime, like I said, we got way too much damage to not clean up on those fights. I do think that as soon as OP shot there, I should have turned around, given I don't know if that was calmed. I do turn around, it's a little late, and like, you see I'm getting a bunch of mark assists because I put everybody one shot, but they didn't die on time. It should have been like normal assist. And again, this perimeter looks kind of good. I would argue someone needs to be blue. Jar's kind of there, but we're also kind of just mid-map, if you look, so they can spawn on either side of us. I'll be curious if any of them spawn behind us. Let's see. Yeah, so they're spawning behind us, and we have to feel that. Now, camo is also coming up, but like this timing is going to be really tight. I think if that guy took a more direct route, he would have got more shots than me quickly, and I'm still one shot. Like, if we block blue there and force them all in front of us, this looks way better. Yeah, taking really direct routes with camo, which is good. Again, we have a guy marked here. Like, I don't know what the hesitation's for with Nick, but like, we just got to look at our teammates, and like, I'm here, I'm not getting shot. I'm also not calling anybody out, so you should feel confident to just push that guy. I gotta stop jumping out of my fights. If I just walk around that corner, that's much safer. Surprised that guy didn't kill me. And now we're all bottom, and like we're blocking one spawn, but we're really low on the map. I also want to see what Jar is doing here. Like, how did he die? So I kind of go back to block blue, which is good. Let's look at Jar though. So this is fine. You guys are double hitting a lane together. That's kind of tough. Whatever. Not like the worst. Oh, good job of OP too, to be like, oh, Jar died, we got a kill, let's get out. Like, get back to my team and form my perimeter again. So that part looks good. Yeah, so I'm the off-angle guy here. OP's kind of mid-map, which is fine as long as we're working together. Again, Nick standing tower. Yeah, this looks good. Like, just baiting and switching. Unfortunately, we don't kill that guy. Don't know how Nick dies tower, so I'm really curious about that. And yeah, the teamwork's just a little too loose here. Like, so Jar takes a complete one-on-one. As See what happens with Nick on his last life. Nick's top tower. Like, you should be able to live up here forever unless they push directly in front of you. So OP's down low. I'm on the ledge, which is really dangerous, but Nick's kind of watching over me. And now me and Jar kind of get connected. Jar does completely leave. And yeah, like, it's just hard to stand up here and be on the front. You just got to kind of play more towards the back. But also, when your teammates are all that far up, it might be a better idea to just drop down. But basically, I'd say Nick died in isolation. Jar dies in isolation. I'm one shot from what? Alright, so yeah, we shot a guy. Jar's pushing up on the damage. I see a million guys here. Like, we know. I just shot a guy loop. I just called 3 guys out here. Like, there's no reason to be standing tower any longer. They're all 4 alive. Just get up the map. Same thing with OP. Like, get up in the flower door. Next should be going top mid. Like, it's completely safe everywhere. And like, me and Jar are trying to collapse, but as you see, like, the timing is just really slow here. Again, Nick dies top tower because he doesn't move. I at least get a kill out of it, but again, we had like all the information that we needed, and Jar's doing what he's supposed to do. He's collapsed in. Say Nick's too slow tower. And how does OP die here? Like, it would sure look a whole lot better if OP's up top with me right now instead of fighting from down low, but it's not the worst. And he does kind of recognize it now. He's trying to get up. Okay. Yeah, just go with Jar. Like, you're too slow here. Like, they just melted Nick, and if you would just have curve slid off of Prius and just been in with Jar, you guys at least isolate that guy, and more importantly, our last remaining members that can live would be together there, right? Like, there's not much I can do here. I'm gonna die regardless, but I do get my kill. If you just don't hesitate and you're in with Jar, this play looks a whole lot better. Just about recognizing whose lane are you in and fighting with that. Okay, so Nick is the first guy up, and he's like in a fight immediately. Let's see what happens. Yeah, at this point, like, Jar's getting shot. He's completely across the map. There is no way you're going to be able to connect with him. I'm already dead. OP's dead. I'm just sitting here. You can argue getting top lift, but even this, like, you're just giving them free information because you're not getting any help there. And they're all alive, so they can push you from anywhere. Well, 3 of them are alive. So if you just set bottom lift for a few more seconds and wait on spawners, this is going to look a whole lot better. Like, we don't have to wait on Jar to spawn, but if we can wait on OP to spawn or OP and me to spawn, then this is a whole lot safer because, like, even though you're getting away from those guys, this is not safe either. Like, we have no eyes over here. We have no idea what is on this side of the map. So you're just going to get pushed for free and, you know, get a spawn cycle. Now, let's look at, like, what happened with me and OP here. So OP just spawns. Boom. We spawn together, and, like, OP is going, so I'm going. And we get a kill out of it. We get 2 kills, so we trade 2 for 2. So, like, just that second of making sure that we're together and taking the perimeter of the map, guaranteed a kill, or guaranteed an even trade. All right. Again, Jar just, he's the last player alive. I don't really blame him. You could argue he could hide a little bit more, but, like, right now, again, spawning cross from teammates, I would even almost consider, like, hitting an angle driveway just so you can see to your teammates and maybe clean up on some of the damage. When we, like, split the map this way, if we talk about the 4 quadrants of the map, you know, there's top, like, tower, there's tram, there's yard, and then there's blue. Like, we spawned in, like, the diagonal paths of each other, which means that there's probably enemies on both sides. Like, if all the enemies were in this direction or all the enemies were in that direction, you would have got an adjacent spawn to us. Whenever we don't get adjacent spawns, it tells you that there are enemies on both sides. So taking a wide perimeter angle to connect with us, you can isolate a fight, or like taking a weird path through like mid because you know that there's enemies on both sides will definitely improve your chances of living here. I'd also say that like even though you caught that guy off guard, unless he just stands completely still, you're not going to kill him there. So I don't even know if I would shoot him yet, but this is fine. At least you're playing it patiently now, and now Nick's here, and you're trying to get back to him. So that works. I spawned adjacent and pushed into you guys. I also want to call out because I do think that OP made a call here to pinch this. And if you look at it from like the 3x1 where we got 3 guys in one lane, it actually works kind of well here. So again, this all works very well. You two just living together on the other side of the map looks good. I spawn here. There's no like looking mid-map. Like I'm adjacent to you guys, so I'm going to you guys. Not trying to shoot my gun, not trying to look at anything. OP gets the other spawn, so that tells us, again, diagonal spawns. They're on both sides of us. You guys are pushing that way. We know that there's enemies this way, so OP, no hesitation, is just going this way. And look at this, free backs. Shaky shot because he hasn't been playing Halo in a while, but hey, got 2 kills because they naded themselves. I want to see how Nick died here. I think this is fine too because we just got 2 kills, but you could also argue just keep the hammer pressure on, like we know where people are at, just get over there with the teammates. This is probably too passive an angle. You're also opening yourselves up to open lines of sight, whereas if you're just with me and Jar, you can probably fight this a little bit easier. Like you're taking a cross map instead of like just being in this fight with me, and like I die because of it. Holding this angle though and forcing them there is fine. I would argue even just going blue would have been better than getting up top and shooting a cross map. Like this cross map, shooting from here to here, I would argue is only good if you got 3 teammates that are running up this way, or 3 teammates that are coming down this ramp and they're ready to fight. And like you are just, as the crosser, you are shooting the guys that they are fighting, and you're shooting their exit so that they can't leave your teammates. But instead here, like this guy should never die. None of those guys are going to die. You're just wasting damage that can't ever get cleaned up on. It's a good kill by Nick. Again, good patience. He's just kind of scouting. He's not really looking to shoot his gun. He's just scouting around. And now we got 3 guys together. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. Like it's so hard to go front here because there's nobody, but I don't know what else you can do in that case because you just got hammered with a grenade. And like Jar, I don't know what happens with him either here. Let's go back a little bit further. So like again, this is all good patience. Like you're doing stuff, but you're not like being too aggressive. And yeah, like as soon as that grenade blows up, I'm just going forward with like my 2 teammates are there, OP's going, or I'm going. Like you want to do something more productive, just like curb slide, get in here and look at how nice this looks. Like OP catches these guys in the back, but the guy who drops here, if you're just here and not like watching a deeper angle of the thing that we're already shooting, like you could be here. Now you can make the argument that you're watching our off angle, but I would say if you're doing that, like just look this way. Instead, you're just like really passive, shooting a really narrow angle that you can't really help too much. And now you get a call out that there's a guy here, but now it's like an isolated fight too. And yeah, it's just a really awkward angle to even take a fight. And it would have looked a whole lot better if you would have went tram and then turned around and then met the timing with me to get here. and like I'm shooting crosses too, which is kind of weird. So again, trying to shoot with Jar, then I see another guy, so that's fine. Like trying to keep people off of Jar, don't hate it. And then I think I'm going to clean up Jar's damage, but I don't know. I would argue that there's not really much to clean up on here. Yeah, like kind of played it the best that I could, but it wasn't a really good fight. Alright. So I already saw a little bit of this. Yes, yes.
Halfway to victory.
Yeah, I mean, like, and again, I'm not a big fan of crossing, but like we already have 3 there. You could argue, like, Jar's already shooting. If you just jump top window right here, like you get into this fight a whole lot faster. And yeah, now it's time to connect with OP, which you're doing, which is perfect. OP's in the fight too fast. Like, you just gotta say, hey, OP, I'll be with you in a second. Tell him to slow down a little bit. Because, like, if you two both just set yard there and let them come through LR, you guarantee a kill. Instead, we get 2 isolated deaths. So OP's too fast. You can argue you're too slow. But either way, like, just the coordination isn't good. And then Jar's, I don't know what he's doing here. Let's see. Like, he sees people shooting, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And you're also shooting towards your teammates, but you just take a ton of damage because you're getting crossed. Call it crossing. And right now, nothing else to do but connect with me, which is what you're doing. So this is good. Trying to keep him off camo. This guy's shooting us in the back. Yeah, we're going to kill camo, so that's really all that matters at this point. So that part's good. Curious how I died. Seems like we had decent coordination between me and Jar here for a second. Again, shooting the guy from camo. I take too much damage. Like, I need to shoot him twice and just leave. Jar's here. Jar goes forward. I just catch a really weird timing. That sucks. Not much to say about it. It's like I backed up right when Jar went forward, and then 2 guys just walked through the door. Anyways, you guys clean up camo, so that looks good. Like, Nick's definitely off angle here, and he's doing what he should be doing, which is kind of like hiding, kind of playing ratty. And now he knows where they're spawning, but like it's a little too direct right now, only because these 2 are in a fight over here. Yeah, I'd say like either wrapping back through or just holding your ground on LR would have been better. Curious what happened with OP in this last life. As well. Alright, so again, you spawn adjacent to your teammates, so you can argue going to them. You could also argue going this way and getting us a perimeter. Like, it's not a bad thing to have the perimeter. Nice kill. And yeah, now we're cleaning up camo, so this is all fine. Looks good. Connect with Jar. Excellent. Look, like this looks great. Yeah, Jar's in. You're going in. Miss a little bit of jumps again because it's been a while since you've been playing Halo. It's just a mechanical whatever, so it doesn't really matter. Just kind of sucks. Yeah, you can get my glass. Get a lot of shots. I hear you. Call that guy out, so I go to clean him up. Get the cleanup. And now, like, me and you are both one shot. We know there's a guy near us. Like, we just gotta hold each other's hands, basically. Like, make sure no one can get to us. Now we got our shields. Yeah, like, you could argue I could be helping you. I think I was helping Jar or someone too, which is also fine. We can look at that from my perspective. Nice, you get in with Jar. Like, this all looks good. Yeah, just get in the door a little bit faster. Curious how did he just get like god timing on me? Let's see what happens. So again, I help OP. This looks good. I don't abandon OP. He doesn't abandon me. Alright, we're both still here. We know a guy's here. I see a guy ledge. Call it to my teammates. They clean him up. I see another guy ledge. Yeah, I'm still with OP, so they can't push him. And then I'm trying to get into yard, and I don't know. The timing is just slightly off. And just consider it a bad timing. Kind of sucks, but works out. Just absolutely terrible at taking one-on-ones. Alright. In the meantime, Nick spawns, goes yard. Yeah, just better angle isolation, and like I get that you're trying to not die to yard because that's where you're getting shot from, but the question is like, is Jar telling you, hey, I'm yard with you? Because if he is, then you can still stand here because they can't push in without fighting Jar, and if they start pushing in, then you can peek and shoot instead of running out. And then if you run out, like you also can't go across this way because we have no eyes over here, and like even if we have eyes, like you see, there's guys here, so just getting here is death. Same thing, like as soon as you cross out of LR Hall. So I would say once you're one shot here and you've got a teammate, you just got to kind of hold this angle and just, peek and shoot with him. All right. Jar spawns bottom lift. He is adjacent to teammates. He's trying to take the weird route, but you see sometimes because we have no eyes over here, like all of our teammates are up that way, get caught off a little bit. Thankfully, OP and Nick are really quick to shoot with you, and you do hit a flank here, which is good. Sucks that you traded melees because you'd still be alive if you just shot that guy and got around this corner, but whatever. Alright, Nick and OP are one shot. They shouldn't be leaving each other. They're not. Looks fine. Nick's doing a lot of damage here. It should all get cleaned up on. Yeah, it was a good life out of Nick. Alright. I've already seen some of this. I die here. Alright, so I spawn adjacent to you guys. I'm trying to get your off angle. Catch damage. Now I'm kind of connected with OP. Now I'm getting really connected with OP. Taking OP's off angle. Getting a bunch of damage in for him. Nice. Jar also connects with us. Looks good. Missing tower jump is kind of weird. Nick's really isolated here, but he's playing it in a way that he can at least back up. Then OP spawns. Now we got a 2x2, and like this just looks like perfect Halo to me. Kind of sucks that I'm getting shot in the back. It's amazing that I lived through that. It was arguably a really bad life, but now we're like collapsing on him and it looks perfect. Like, and the question is, did I call, hey, turn around, turn around? Because you could argue I should have just kept going forward. And then just unfortunately, shock rifle's up. Guy picks it up and just blains me right off the bat. In the meantime, I think Nick grabbed camo through all of this. So like this looks great. Like look at this, collapsing, same angles. Nick's, covering the other thing, like the harmony. We're collapsing. Nick's the off angle guy grabbing camo. Like this looks like high level Halo. There's 3 people there. There's one guy here. He's accomplishing something while we're accomplishing something. That just again sucks, and it's just part of Halo. Like I jump up, 1 second, get blaned, whatever. OP's like super slow here. Like again, don't hop ledge and shoot crosses. Just get with us, I would say. But like this between Nick and Jar looks perfect. And like you see the score, it's 44-38. The fact that we tie this is just infuriating. 45-38. Like we need 5, they need 12. We need 4, they need 11. Like how do we blow this? We have camo shock. It's 47-39 right now. And like we're collapsing. Look at this. Okay, so you guys are taking like just too passive of a route, number one. Like I'm already in the fight. Like how much better does this look? Let me see if we can show it from my perspective. Like I spawn, Could argue this is a 2x2. Like, Nick's already got damage. We already have one down. Like, the 3 kills to win the game are right here. Like, all trapped. And look at the amount of time it takes for us to get there. Like, OP's dropping, which maybe, again, is a mechanical thing. Nick's already ready to go. Like, I expect you guys to be in flower door. Like, if you guys are flower door right now, and I walk in here, you guys are shooting, they're having to look at you, the game is over and we win. It's 48 to 39. What happened? And like right now, how did OP die? Like Nick gets a kill here, and like OP, there's no reason at all to drop here. Maybe it's just again a mechanical mistake. But if I drop here, I see my teammates, like I'm just jumping right back up. Yeah, and you do, but now you're getting shot. I'd argue just get in the window. At least you're trying to make it in, but like it's too late by the time you get there. And now you're getting shot in the back because we took just so freaking long to get up the map. Not just you, Jara as well. Like, took so long that the guy that we're trying to isolate out of the fight is now alive and shooting us in the back. And not everyone is to blame a little bit here. Like Nick gets this kill, and like he should be like the happiest person in the world right now. And I should be calling, hey, let's go through LR. And if Nick doesn't just stand here, and like again, Jar's not, I don't know what he's doing, hopping up and down. Like we just got a kill. You guys are all full shields. Like I'm already LR, so I'm a second too early. You guys are like 5 seconds too late. Nick should see me there and just immediately go to me, and let's push that together and guarantee a kill. Like, can't fight these guys ledge. Like you should already be in flower door. You're trying to get in now, but you're too late. OP gets shot in the back. Now Jar's again like, hey, where did everybody go? And we're all dead because Jar's too late to the party. It was 48 to 39. Or 47 to 39, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of unlucky, whatever. Alright, how did our spawns go here? I think I was the first spawner. Okay, Nick spawns, I spawn. I don't go with Nick, but we are at least playing together. Trying to get the wide angle. Again, playing like off-angle players should, getting a bunch of damage, but now like Nick and OP die in isolation, and now I'm gonna die. Let's check from their perspective. Like, you could argue I should just trip stack that and just run with him. But you can also argue getting the perimeter of the map isn't that bad. I think the problem is we end up in 3 different lanes here. Like OP's mid, he should just go with Nick. He's a little slow, Nick's a little fast. Kind of catches an unlucky timing. I don't know how Nick dies. Yeah, I would even consider like this just you guys go up blue ramp together, like take the widest angle possible and just guarantee a kill. If you two just both go up blue, or if I go with you and we triple stack this blue lane, which I think, like instead of cutting map to where we're down numbers and we're giving them, you know, access to shoot us, like going the perimeter and getting in would be a lot better for us. Because now you're getting multiple angles getting shot at, but you know where you don't get shot at if you go blue? Like, from where you're at, you're getting shot at from the left and the right. If you go blue, no one can shoot you from this direction, right? So taking a perimeter, which I am taking a perimeter, but I would say, again, there's an argument to be made that I could go with you guys, but I am at least shooting your off angle. But imagine if I'm shooting your off angle, and instead of you being down here and OP coming this front door where he's also getting shot from the side, if you guys are just here, this guy's dead. Alright. Now Jar's up. And this is how you blow a, yeah, what, a 9-kill lead. Okay, now I'm like, well, oh yeah, and how did this end up 49-49? What happened? Like OP's, this is the case that we don't want a perimeter. Like we talked about earlier, it was good when OP stood and waited on spawners. If you guys, and let's be fair to OP. Let's see if he spawns here or if he spawns. Yeah, he spawns bottom left. Like I'm not moving from here. Like this area is just death. Like there's no cover at all. And if you just wait down here and you see like Nick's behind you, he just spawned, and you two take the same angle and just isolate a fight, then we have a really good chance of winning this. And like OP dies in a one-on-one. Imagine if you both went that way, or if you both went top lift. And now Nick's gonna get collapsed on. Thankfully OP did enough damage to make that work. And then I think I made the call to just, hold. But imagine, Jar, if there's a guy hotel and there's a guy at S4 and you just hopped up on this ledge and bam, you're dead. Like we just lost the game because we can't be exposing and telling them where we're at. There's no reason to cross map here. Like I get that you're trying to get a little bit of info, but like we need to basically 4 stack a lane or 3 stack a lane while I play this like weird rat bait angle. Like if you guys just all 3 push out loop right here, this looks a whole lot better. Like that guy's never gonna die to you. You're just telling them where you're at. Now you're really weak for jumping up the ledge. And OP trades with the guy, but again, like this guy got in, but like we should just be holding hands. Like this guy, if Nick's not shooting across and Jar's not shooting across and we're just like together, this guy's dead and we win this match instead of we tie this match. And it's good that we tied, but like 48-39 is not great, guys. We can do better than that. So definitely some good moments. I think a lot of teachable moments and a whole lot of just wow. Like teamwork's got to be a lot better. And to be fair, in this match we had like 32 assists, so we weren't playing that far separate, but we've got to be better at not isolating things and taking like staggered fights. We got to get perimeters more together. We've got to, when we're close together, we have to stay tight together and fight the same things. All right, anyways, that's all we got for this. I think we got a couple more matches to look at too.